Howdy folks, Tetsu here, down in the lower tiers where the power's low, but the battles are fierce. And today I'll be continuing my self-proclaimed quest to archive all the battles during the first 7U tournament, from which thereby hope to bring length to the tier and possibly help it grow. So join me as we continue on to the 5th match of the LB's 3rd round. Our combatants this time will be YBW versus Cdijk16. These trainers, like many others, find themselves with a single elimination to their name. One more loss ending their tournament runs. Who will continue on and who will be getting the boot? If you happen to enjoy the video, I humbly request you click that like button. Also subscribe and click that bell if you want to be notified for later uploads. Working together, we can bring more attention to this fascinating metagame. With all that said, let's begin. Howdy folks, welcome back to Cdijk16 Gaming's continued coverage of the first 7U tournament. My name is Tetsu. Today's match will be a best 2 out of 3. The trainers seem to be heading out onto the field from the blue corner, having been knocked down to the LB by Arctic Breeze in round 2 after winning against Latvian in round 1, donning a smart outfit for the Kermit sun weather, and is that just me or their hands glowing? I give you YBW. And from the red corner, also sporting a rather weather-appropriate ensemble, although I suppose one could argue it's better for spring, this trainer blew past the first 2 rounds of the tournament, defeating the likes of Omars Garciev and VT Magno, before being struck down to the LB by Torchic. With that in mind, this will be their first battle down here, much like their opponent. Introducing Cdijk16. Looks like everyone is ready. Trainers, 3, 2, 1, let the battle begin! From the red corner, Charmeleon is sent in with Tentacle from the blue. Immediate switch from Cdijk to their own Tentacle, which takes a Hydro Pump upon entry. A missed Hydro Pump coming from the red corner as YBW goes for the wrap. Voltorb switched in by the red corner, threatening Tentacle out at some point, unless Tentacle wants to be hit with Thunder Wave. Rhyhorn comes in for YBW, however, and Ivysaur is hit by a body slam and paralyzed upon entry. YBW sends in the Clefairy, which immediately gets put to sleep. Tentacle for the blue corner and Meowth for the red. Tentacle gets hit massively by a crit slash, but retaliates with Hydro Pump. YBW now has the advantage in a Meowth mirror, but Golbat is going to be sent in as Voltorb for the red corner is brought in. It's dealt a ton of damage due to Double Edge, and Tentacle from the red corner also gets hit. Once again, Voltorb brought in, hit on entry, brought to 16%. Rhyhorn switched in finally from the blue corner. Cdijk probably trying to do some prediction shenanigans, and it just did not work. Ivysaur winds up destroying the substitute from Rhyhorn, but it did get hit for Earthquake twice, now being taken out. Tentacle for the red corner. Clefairy swapped in. It is still asleep. Hydro Pump, miss! Finally another Hydro Pump, but it does hit this time, and with 2 Surfs and a Hydro Pump, Clefairy goes down. Golbat comes in, finishing off Tentacle, as the red corner brings in their Charmeleon. Confuse Ray coming out, which Charmeleon fails to counter, which makes sense. Charmeleon does hit itself in confusion as Rhyhorn's coming in, but it does manage to get a fire blast off before being taken out by Earthquake. Meowth coming in. Ivysaur swapped in as well. Hit with a Bubble Beam as Voltorb is brought in, but Razor Leaf misses at 95% accuracy. Voltorb does go boom though, but on Rhyhorn as the red corner brings in their Beedrill and Rhyhorn gets sacked. YBW goes for their Golbat, Double Edge connects, and Beedrill goes for a Hyper Beam, bringing Golbat down to 32%. Another Double Edge from Golbat, and a Hyper Beam taking out Cdijk's Beedrill. Meowth does manage to win the speed tie, but YBW just has to bring in their Meowth and hit their own slash, winning them the first game. Alright, on to game 2. Alright, trainers ready. 3, 2, 1. Let the battle begin! Tentacle from the blue corner and as well from the red. Immediately YBW hits with Hydro Pump and Wrap miss from the red corner. Shelter coming in as YBW goes for the wrap. immediately switch to Ivysaur, and Shelter gets put to sleep. Instead of being Razor Leaf, Tentacle from YBW as Charmeleon is switched in. It goes for the slash, and Tentacle goes for the Hydro Pump, and it misses! YBW's Tentacle gets taken out by another slash as is sacked. Golbat comes in and deals damage with Double Edge Fire Blast, coming in, critical hit, and a burn! On to Golbat. CD sends in their Rhyhorn, which does take a Confuse Ray, but Meowth is then brought in as Mega Drain goes off. Golbat is then hit by Bubble Beam, which does crit, taking it out. YBW brings in their Ivysaur as Cdijk16 switches their Charmeleon in, taking a Body Slam upon entry, but no paralysis. Blue corner goes for the Voltorb, as CD goes for Rhyhorn instead. Interesting. Which, Voltorb, makes sense. And Meowth gets hit by a Body Slam. After Bubble Beaming Rhyhorn, Shelter brought in, which is still asleep, and Meowth is having a field day just beating the crap out of it. Until it finally goes down. Red corner brings in their own Meowth, and YBW brings in a Cubone. Alright. Ivysaur's brought in, but YBW brings in their own and puts Ivysaur for CD asleep and immediately wakes up, and then YBW gets their Ivysaur put to sleep. CD does start to buff up their Ivysaur, which goes for a Body Slam. 2 connected Body Slams, and Ivysaur is just not waking up, but YBW sends in their Voltorb, gets hit, no paralysis. Thunder Wave connects onto Ivysaur, as Razor Leaf hits and Voltorb is taken out. Cubone brought in, goes for a Blizzard! Ivysaur's paralyzed! Another Blizzard coming from Cubone! Can Cubone do it? Oh, unfortunately he gets hit as Ivysaur breaks through the paralysis. YBW sends in their Meowth as the red corner brings in their own. Body Slam hits, strangely enough, instead of a slash. Not that it matters, because YBW's final Pokemon, Ivysaur, which was taking a nap, is taken out, winning Cdijk16, the second game. Okay. Things are getting neck and neck, folks. Let's do this. Alright. Trainers ready. 3, 2, 1... Let the battle begin! Ivysaur coming from the red corner as Meowth for the blue. Hitmonchan switched in and immediately is put to sleep. Ivysaur for YBW as CD decides to go for the buff. Body Slam connects before being put to sleep. YBW switching Farfetch'd of all things as Charmeleon is brought in by CD. Hitmonchan is switched in, tanks a Fire Blast before being taken out. Tentacle is brought in as CD sends their own in order to tank the Hydro Pump incoming. Little damage back and forth, Surfs and Hydro Pumps before YBW hits their own wrap. Meowth brought in, but Voltorb is put in by CD, making a decent prediction. Ivysaur is paralyzed upon its entry, Body Slams Charmeleon, and manages to get the paralysis. Tentacle for YBW survives a slash. Charmeleon needs to switch out. Voltorb does not get hit by the incoming Hydro Pump. And Ivysaur is quickly switched in from YBW in order to tank a Thunderbolt. Charmeleon gets hit by another Body Slam by Ivysaur, and Tentacle is sacrificed, hoping for the paralysis, but they did not get it. Farfetch goes for the Agility, and Charmeleon cannot move. Sand Attack does not even prevent Body Slam, which I'm kind of curious as to why that is being used. Farfetch goes for a substitute. Fire Blast misses, and Ivysaur is switched in, and Farfetch goes on the offensive with its Slash. 1 critical hit, 1 non-critical hit, and finally 3 hits, and Ivysaur is taken out. Slash hits Golbat upon entry, brought down to 61. Farfetch'd is faster. Sand Attack hits Golbat, but Hyper Beam manages to break through, taking Farfetch'd out. Voltorb is switched in. Confuse Ray connects. And Thunderbolt hits a massive amount of damage, bringing Golbat to 44%, 37 due to Double Edge. Voltorb is no longer confused. Ivysaur is brought in. Is Voltorb gonna go boom? No, instead Charmeleon gets switched in, gets hit by a Razor Leaf. Golbat brought in, Fire Blast connects, brings Golbat down to 2% and it gets burned! Hyper Beam does do a bit of damage before Golbat goes down. As Meowth goes for a substitute, Fire Blast unfortunately is able to break through, but YBW seems to be trying to keep it going, and they manage it with Paralysis kicking in. Voltorb brought in, Thunder Wave connects, paralyzing Meowth, but Voltorb is going to have a chance to break that substitute because of it, because they were not able to be taken out. Meowth goes for a slash, taking out YBW due to its speed, and Ivysaur is once again the final mon and gets taken out. Earning Cdijk16 best of 3. Way to go. So, what did we learn? Farfetch'd and Meowth both have something in common. Is it 90 base speed? No. Stellar move coverage? No. Ability to generate cash? What? No, this ain't the single player. It's Slash. Both Pokemon have access to a powerful stab move that's incredibly spammable. Much like using a Mon like Dodrio or Persian in OU alongside Tauros, using Mons like Doduo and Farfetch can be pretty powerful. After all, hard hits from both and coverage from Meowth could chew whole in teams. A shame the rare Ivy lead was Meowth's starting opponent. With the match over, YBW falls out of the tournament while Cdijk16 continues on in the LB. Will they be able to make it to the finals? Only time will tell. And if you happen to enjoy the series so far, why not join in on the fun? I've got all the necessary links down in the description, from the resource hub to the Discord. Hope to see you there. Until next time, everybody, take care.